The man opens the car window, followed by rolling up his sleeves, stretching his hand out the window. Before the hand can be flicked a few times, a large amount of mud began to pour into the car. The man saw this. He rolled up the window. When he heard the sunroof glass, a few cracks appeared. The man was terrified. He quickly taped the entire crack. He then grabbed the steering wheel lock and shoved it into the sunroof to support it. This stopped the glass from falling. But just then, water began to seep out of the crack in the sunroof glass. When the man looked at it, he hastily took a card from his wallet and folded it into the shape of a funnel. He then stuffed the other end into a mineral water bottle. Then he carefully fastens the bottle to the skylight, and so the muddy water drip, drip, drip into the bottle. By now the man has been trapped in the car by the mudslide for a whole day. He wanted to find out how deep he was buried, so he found a small hollow iron bar and dug a small hole in the middle of the bottle cap and tied it up with twine. Then he put the string through the iron rod so that the bottle cap blocked the top of the iron rod. Then he pushed it up through the hole in the skylight and pushed it up, but the 2-meter iron bar had reached its head, but still no light could be seen. He had to add another one and pushed it upwards, but this time, no matter how hard the man pushed, the bar wouldn't budge. So the man got a jack and put it against the bar. After some manipulation, he saw that the jack had reached the head. The man then used his shoulder against the iron bar. He pushed up with all his strength. In no time at all, the top of the iron bar shone brightly. The man was anxious. He sucked in a lot of fresh air. When he was done, he started shouting for help at the iron pipe. But after hours of shouting, he got no answer, so he hastily lights up a newspaper. He tried to attract attention by letting the white smoke waft out, but to his dismay, instead of the smoke drifting out, it gathered in the car. It made him feel a bit dizzy. The man immediately put out the newspaper with a towel, and that was it. The man spends a long night in the car. The next day he is ready to try to dig his way out of the mud with his bare hands, so he takes out the car's spare tire. A tube is firmly connected to the air hole in the tire. He sucked the air out of the tire with his mouth. Then, to reduce resistance, he applied motor oil to his body. When everything is ready, the man breaks the sunroof glass. Then he puts the tire on his back. He puts the hose in his mouth. The man climbs up through the sunroof with great difficulty. On the way, when he feels he can't breathe, he takes a sharp breath of tire air. Suddenly the soil above the man's head collapsed. The man is buried in the earth. He hurriedly reached out his hand. He plucked the mud from his face. He continues to dig upwards, and then a ray of sunlight shone on his face. The man was overjoyed. After 10 hours of digging with his bare hands, the man finally managed to crawl out of the earth.